artists, but especially newer artists, is that when we come through and when we play your shows and we go to your station, you give us the kind of production value on a stage that we maybe wouldn't get to have till years later in our careers. You give that to us. You just make every single artist look and feel like a superstar.
That moment came when Taylor Swift appeared unexpectedly on the massive LED screen, radiating warmth and grace, to wish Jason Kelce, the older brother of her fiancé Travis Kelce, heartfelt happy 38th birthday. What began as a tribute quickly transformed into one of the most touching scenes of the evening, leaving many in the audience teary-eyed and applauding through smiles. The lights dimmed, a hush fell over the crowd. Suddenly, Taylor's familiar face appeared, bathed in soft golden light, her tones serene yet full of sincerity, dressed in a floral embroidered strapless gown that shimmered under the glow, her blonde hair cascading naturally over her shoulders. She looked timeless, almost ethereal. Around her neck, a silver gemstone necklace caught the light, completing the effortless sophistication that has become her signature. The screen came alive with her voice, smooth and heartfelt. Hello everyone at the Music Industry Trust's Awards. I'm Taylor, and today I want to take a moment to wish a very special happy birthday to Jason Kelce, the wonderful brother of my fiancé Travis. The audience erupted. Applause, laughter, cheers. It was a wave of warmth that rippled across the grand hall. But as Taylor continued speaking, the atmosphere shifted into something more intimate, more human. Taylor's tone deepened, carrying a sincerity that immediately captured everyone's attention. Jason, she said softly, what a proud 38th birthday. I've heard so much from Travis about your love, your dedication, and your optimism. You're not only a great brother, but also an icon of family and sportsmanship. The words hung in the air like music, simple, but deeply genuine. She wasn't just reading from a script, she was speaking from the heart. The mention of family struck a chord, especially with guests who knew how close the Kelce brothers are, both on and off the field. She continued, her smile tender. I hope you're having a great time with Kylie and the kids today. And know that everyone, including myself, is sending you our best wishes. At that, laughter and applause filled the hall again. Some guests exchanged knowing looks. Taylor's casual mention of Jason's wife and children revealed not just awareness but affection. It was a glimpse into the singer's growing bond with the Kelce family, a family dynamic that fans and the media alike have been fascinated by since her romance with Travis began. Though Taylor's message lasted barely 2 minutes, it carried a blend of humor and warmth that perfectly mirrored her personality. At one point, the screen displayed snippets of Jason's famously hilarious podcast banter with Travis, of the brothers laughing about me, and NFL midseason awards. The crowd chuckled as Jason's booming laugh echoed through the room. Still got it, Taylor teased with a grin, referencing the viral Still Got It meme that Jason and Travis had once joked about. Her timing was perfect. It broke the emotional tension with the lighthearted charm only she could deliver. The audience roared with laughter, the kind that comes from shared joy rather than mockery. Even the event's host, British radio presenter Roman Kemp, was seen wiping tears from his eyes between laughs, whispering to a nearby guest, "That's so Taylor." After the video ended, the lights stayed dim for a moment. Silence, soft but heavy, filled the hall. Some guests stood in quiet reflection. Others wiped away tears discreetly. One British journalist later described it as a room that forgot it was full of celebrities, because for a minute, everyone was just human. Jason Kelce himself, sitting at one of the front tables with his wife Kylie, was visibly moved. Cameras captured his teary-eyed smile as he leaned over to whisper something to her. She laughed, clasping his hand, both clearly touched by the gesture. A few tables away, fellow NFL players, some of whom had flown in for the event, could be seen clapping and whistling in good humor. It wasn't just a message. It was a celebration of connection, of the unexpected merging of two worlds, music and sports, love and brotherhood, glamour and sincerity. It didn't take long for Taylor's surprise to take over the internet. Within minutes of the clip being shown, social media exploded with headlines. Taylor Swift's emotional birthday tribute to Jason Kelce melts hearts at London Gala. A love letter to family. Taylor Swift calls Jason Kelce a wonderful brother. Audience in tears. After Taylor's touching message for Travis Kelce's brother, fans shared the video across TikTok, formerly Twitter, and Instagram, dissecting every detail from the tone of her voice to the sparkle of her necklace. Swifties flooded the comments with messages like, "She's truly part of the Kelce family now, and this woman just knows how to connect." The clip even reached NFL circles, with players and coaches resharing it alongside messages of admiration. "Taylor just gave Jason the best gift ever," one teammate wrote. Another added, "She's got that genuine soul, you can feel it." Observers couldn't help but note how rare this moment was. Since Taylor and Travis Kelce's engagement earlier this year, the two have kept much of their personal life guarded, choosing privacy over spectacle. Yet, here was Taylor in a public setting, not only acknowledging Travis's brother, but doing so with open affection. Entertainment analysts called it a defining moment of family inclusion. One columnist for The Guardian wrote, "This was more than a birthday greeting. It was Taylor's quiet but powerful way of saying she belongs, not just to Travis, but to the family that shaped him." The Music Industry Trust's awards, which usually centers on celebrating creative icons, had found itself transformed into something deeper. That night, a reminder that even among fame and flashing lights, authenticity still shines brightest. Backstage, after the ceremony, Jason spoke briefly with reporters, his trademark humor intact but his voice still carrying a hint of emotion. "I didn't see that coming," he admitted with a chuckle. "I mean, I figured maybe my mom would send me a video, not Taylor Swift." He paused, visibly touched. "It was really thoughtful. Taylor didn't have to do that, but that's the kind of person she is. You can tell she means what she says." It meant a lot, not just to me, but to Kylie and the girls too. Kylie, standing beside him, smiled warmly. "The kids watched it later at home," she added. "They said, Uncle Trav's fiancé is so pretty." There was something poetic about that night, a sports legend being celebrated in a hall of musicians, a pop superstar sending a love-filled message to a football player's brother, the intersection of two worlds that don't often meet, yet somehow make perfect sense together. In that fleeting 2-minute video, Taylor managed to capture the spirit of what makes both music and sports so powerful: connection, resilience, and love that transcends the spotlight. As one attendee described it later. When Taylor spoke, you could feel the sincerity. It wasn't about fame, it was about family. After the event, guests lingered, sipping champagne and discussing the surprise moment. The night was already filled with legends, producers, vocalists, executives, but Taylor's appearance had stolen every headline. Her ability to blend humility with global stardom, warmth with wit, is what keeps her relatable even amid She didn't perform, she didn't make the moment about herself. Instead, she gave the spotlight away to family, to love, to something real. When the final applause faded and the guests began to leave the hall, the atmosphere remained electric. People were still talking about the surprise. Some said it was their favorite Taylor moment in years. Simple, heartfelt, and deeply human. As one British producer was overheard saying to another, "She didn't need a guitar or a stage. Just her voice, and suddenly, everyone felt seen." That's the essence of Taylor Swift, the rare artist who can fill stadiums one night and touch a single heart the next. And on November 3rd, 2025, at the Grand Music Industry Trust's Awards, she did exactly that. Not through a song, but through sincerity, a quiet message that turned into a memory the audience will never forget. In a world obsessed with spectacle, Taylor proved once again that the most powerful moments are often the simplest ones. Just a voice, a smile, and a wish from one heart to another. And somewhere in Philadelphia, a proud older brother named Jason Kelce's husband, father. Legend will likely never forget the night Taylor Swift made his 38th birthday the talk of the world.